That didn't just happen, did it? The show's called Secret Invasion. They're spilling way too much tea. I just got done watching episode 2 of Secret Invasion, and we gotta talk about it. Quick spoiler warning, I'm gonna be recapping the entire episode and giving you my honest spoiler-filled thoughts on the episode. So if you're not trying to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, and come back after because I want to hear your thoughts. First and foremost, if you've seen my theory video, all I gotta say is this is how I win. But a lot happened in this episode. We learned a lot about the MCU's history, and we learned a lot about Nick Fury. So let's quickly recap it. We open with a flashback to 1997, which pretty much picks up right after the events of Captain Marvel, but we actually meet Gravik as a kid in this scene. We learn that he has no parents, and he's lucky to be alive, which is when Fury makes his pledge to the Skrulls that he's gonna try to find them a new home, but in the meantime, he needs their help doing S.H.I.E.L.D. shit. Which is when we flash back to the present, and Maria Hill is definitely dead. To quote Thanos, no resurrections this time. And you could tell how much this hurts Nick Fury, and it's felt in the scene between him and Talos on the train. And I love how we learn a little bit about Nick Fury's background, where he explains that him and his mom used to play this game called Tell Me Something I Don't Know when they used to ride trains in Alabama to make the time go by. So then he asks Talos, tell me something I don't know about the Skrull War. And Talos has been keeping something from Nick Fury. The million refugees all around the galaxy of Skrulls, Talos invited them to Earth, and those million Skrulls have been here this entire time. So there's a bunch of Skrulls all around Earth that even Nick Fury doesn't know about. And Fury is heated. They have like a mini falling out, which is when we pick up with Gravik meeting with this council of Skrulls who have already infiltrated many different governments, and they elect Gravik to be their new general. Except for her. She's one of the peaceful Skrulls, and she's working with Talos. And Emilia Clarke is like Gravik's right-hand woman, but you could tell she's very hesitant and suspicious of Gravik. More on her in a second. We then get a scene with Maria Hill's mom, and she blames Fury for her daughter's death, which motivates Nick to try even harder now. We then learn that different European nations are trying to pin the attacks on Nick Fury, which is when we get one of my favorite scenes in the entire series so far, because these are two black men in position of powers in the government that can see each other eye to eye and try to understand each other, but it leads into a heated argument of the whole morality of going about this mission. And Rhodey basically fires him, but Nick Fury says, I'm Fury. Even when I'm out, I'm in. That's called motherfucking bars! Then we pick up with Olivia Colman's character interrogating the Skrull. Bro, she's funny as fuck. First of all, there was already people beating the shit out of him when she walks in, and she says, didn't your mother tell if you beat your meat like that, you lose an eye? I was like, this is on Disney Plus? With no hesitation, she chops this man's finger off, and that's how we learn that he's a Skrull. But then Gravik shows up, kills everyone else that was outside of the room. She escapes through a little like fucking doggy door vent, and Gravik and the other Skrulls end up having to kill this Skrull because he told her where their safe house was. Then we pick up with Gaia, and she's picking up on some secrets. The Skrulls are trying to experiment on themselves to get stronger. We learn that they have DNA samples of Cole Obsidian, Groot, the Frost Beast from Thor the Dark World. Always wondered what happened to this month. And Extremis from Iron Man 3. Oh yeah, we getting Super Skrulls, baby. We're not getting Clerk, but I bet Gravik's gonna be the first Super Skrull in the MCU. Hopefully not the last though. And then we end with learning that Nick Fury has a wife, and she's a Skrull. I'm not gonna say I called it, but Nick Fury was clapping them green cheeks. Intergalactic Riz is crazy. But overall, I'm kind of enjoying the slower pace between the first 2 episodes, because I feel like it's definitely building towards something. So hopefully these last 4 episodes are great, as opposed to other Marvel Disney Plus series where they start off great and then kind of tail off towards the end. I'm hopeful. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and as always, like and follow for more.